Hey fountain pens, Dr. Pepper Bob here. There are lots of good reviewers of fountain pens and inks on YouTube, but I can't seem to find a video for this particular ink. It's called Camlin. It's from India, and it's pretty cheap. It was about $5.50 a bottle, and each bottle is 2 ounces. I got a red and a blue ink. Let me take these out real quick. It's the red ink. And here's the blue ink. Just put those right there. And I'd been really interested in kind of budget inks just to see, because I have a lot of friends who kind of are interested and ask me about it, but they just don't want to dive in and buy like a Lamy Safari and some super expensive like Japanese ink. So I wanted to see if this will be a good thing to kind of turn people on to. It comes from India, and the shipping time I think it was about 8 days. So that's really not too bad, because most things I've ordered from China, like these Genhouse, took over a month. And so, I mean, 8 days is not that bad at all. I mean, I hate to wait, but I really don't think it's that big of an issue. And I'll do a writing sample. My handwriting's not that great. Okay, let's see which one this is. Okay, this is the Royal Blue. Just oh, sorry about that. Over the oh that moment when you forget how to do a Z. Quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Alright, let's do a smear test. See if I can do this right. Alright. So I've heard that this stuff is not really waterproof. It's supposed to be permanent, but that pretty much just means that it gets on your clothes. It's not going to come out easily. So this ink looks sort of dark, but that's just because of the camera. It's actually sort of light. I'd call it like somewhere in between a light blue and just like a regular blue. Alright, this is the Camlin Scarlet Red. And I've got it in the same kind of pen. It's just a regular Genhouse. I forget the model number. I kind of like this red. It's sort of light too. That seems to be kind of the story with these Camlin inks, is they're sort of light. That's why I didn't get the black, because a lot of people reported it as being kind of more gray, and I really just don't have a use for a gray ink. Quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Alright. So this ink also looks darker than it should, but that's just the nature of this camera, I guess. Let's see how much this smears. Yeah, that smears pretty good. Alright. One thing I forgot to mention is I'm writing on the Staples Sustainable Earth thing. It's supposedly made of bamboo or sugarcane. Yeah, it's sugarcane based, and so it's one of the cheaper papers you can get that doesn't really bleed through as much. It's got a little bit of ghosting, but for how much I paid for it, I'm not really complaining. I don't know. Anyway, overall, I'd give it a fairly good rating. I don't know. I'd probably somewhere about a 7 out of 10 if you would factor into cost. I mean, it's really not that expensive an ink. I also have some noodlers and stuff. And I mean, those are probably the cheapest local ones you can get. But it's definitely something I would recommend to get someone into the hobby. I mean, it's a very good value. You figure $5.50 for the ink and then like $1.50 for the Jinhao. You're not looking at much to get into the hobby. All right, thanks guys. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the post, and I will answer as soon as possible. Thanks.